A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons.
To kick off for Atlanta.
Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Look like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel. Doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
7 yards on that last play. So this is 2nd and 3. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And give him the first down. Winds up with about 6 on that play before you stop.
At his 48-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Panther first down.
Young throwing here. Pass brought in by Teteroa McMillan. Contact is made, and that's going to take him out of bounds. Gain of about 21 on the play. And that will earn the Panthers a new set of downs.
21 yards.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Man in motion out of the slot. Looking to throw, Young. And the rush is going to win this rep. They get to it. 4 sacks in that win last week, and now they've got one here.
Well, we're already seeing his leg's going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Young. That one's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's looking for Chuba Hubbard out of the backfield. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Third and long for him here. Forced out to his right. He's making a bid for it. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running room. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense storms towards him and denies him the other.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffle around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Running left is Robinson. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously, the opening drive, but hits like that compound. It's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
4th down, here's Penix. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And they're staying on the field. It's nearly 30 yards on that 4th down play. Well, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side on a play like that, you would better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down. Well, I don't know if matching how many catches he had last week is going to happen this week, but still the player, Brock, you want to funnel your passing game through as much as you can.
You certainly do, and one thing I love about today's coordinators and their creativity is they find all sorts of different ways to get their playmakers the ball, and they do it typically like that from the jump.
They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Robinson does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 3-yard line.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Throwing on 2nd down. Penix looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Now Penix on 3rd and goal. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down shy of not just the end zone, Brock, and first down marker as well. So now offense facing an interesting fourth down decision.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Fourth down, Penix. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. Finds a seam past the 15. And he's all the way forward to the 37-yard line. A big play with their backs against the end zone. 35 yards.
It's a gain of 35.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. First down, and they go right back to him. This is ahead for about 5. Behind Diablo there on the tackle. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's little boomer busts, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Past the 25. Touchdown, Carolina.
On the carry. Touchdown, Carolina.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The kick is good, and I believe this should stand, Brock. It looks like that flag appears to be on somebody who jumped early. Let's see. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. First play is a design run. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, to really create some indecision now defensively.
Here's Penix on 2nd down. That's complete. It's a rookie from Georgia. And they get him down after a gain of 10, but great effort on his part. Pays off with the first down.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness of pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
2nd down coming from Penix. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet. I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing Penix. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Trying for it with Penix. He's got it to his running back. They get this down to the 28. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. And this is going to be lost on the hit. Incomplete. Tough to complete it through that traffic and contact over the middle. It's 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Working on 2nd down. Penix. He's under pressure, and down he goes. They get to him at the 38. Devin Lloyd leading the way. 4 sacks in that win last week, and now they've got one here.
We get to hear defense coaches, Kate, talk about turnovers and sacks could come in bunches. This guy got after it a week ago, and he's not slowing down today.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it up. A possible touchdown denied. It's going to bring up 4th down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did. Hey, facing the deficit, it's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room. They will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
To kick off for Atlanta.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball is going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Now Young. Passing quick here with the pass rush, fast enough to match it. On him in time to alter that throw. And it falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
2nd down coming from Young. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
On the tackles. A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Carolina.
Young to throw it. He beams one deep right side. This is going to be caught. The heave connects. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Jalen Coker, the 2nd score that he has brought in this season. Picking up where they left off in that season-opening win last week, Brock. Quickly out in front, and they're adding to it as they push to be one of the teams to start the season 2-0.
And when you get going like this, it really doesn't matter what call comes in that headset. Everybody in the huddle feels it, like they're not going to stop us on the other side. And really, they haven't.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Penix now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Contact is made, and that's going to take him out of bounds. Gain of about 21 on the play, and that was good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Penix now. Look at that power, deep left side. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Pushing it here to try to at least get into field goal range, Brock, but no yardage there, and they lost some valuable time on that play, too.
One of the keys here as well is, are those receivers going to try to run it back and go again, or do you find a substitute off that sidelines? Because I don't think they're done taking their shots downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
12 yards.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Penix. This one's to Schultz, out right side. They give him close to 7 before the defense can drive him out.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Here's Penix to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. He's got it inside the 10. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. 5 seconds left, and they are going for 6. No field goal here. From the red zone now. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal units. We get a timeout here now. Still just 1 second left in the half. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Folk is good. And our first half ends with 3 points. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Penix looking to pass. It's complete to Hooper. There's the stop. Damage finally comes to an end after a 17-yard pickup. And that's going to be good for a Falcons 1st down.
good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Penix. Brought in left side by Branch. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good enough for Atlanta. First down.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Man downfield, and he finds London. Taken down finally to curtail the damage, but still 22 yards on that pickup. And it's going to be first down Falcons.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. Again, Penix to the air. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Penix on third down. And the defender comes away with it. And the Panthers will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
By the Panthers. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. We've set it down from 37. Keeping it on this first down read. Along the outside, he crosses midfield. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
First down, Panthers.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And no question who won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock. But right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the ball. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
First down, Carolina.
Here's Young to throw. Stays in bounds and makes the catch. And give him 6 on that play. That means it is second down manageable.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing here on second down, Young. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock. No chance. It's third down. Oh, Brock, he's had to wait and wait to even be targeted in this game. And he's going to have to keep waiting now to see that first catch. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Young's pass. Intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Throwing, Penix. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. J.C. Horn to pick it off.
This is one of those moments, Kate, as a quarterback, when you're jogging off the field, I don't even know. I'm not going to look at my defense. They gave me the ball, and all I did was give it right back to that other offense.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. He's going to be hit there, and they're going to take him out of bounds after a gain of 11. And that is going to give the Panthers a first down.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that first down.
Pulled in by Tommy Tremble. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Panthers.
Young looking to throw. Throwing deep towards the end zone. Toward the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
To number 18.
Jalen Coker. He's second in the game, doubling his season total.
On for the extra point.
Fitzgerald will tack on the point after. And lead now up to 18 points.
Panthers 24. Falcons 6. Ryan Fitzgerald.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. To the air with Penix. Pressure closing in. They're going to get him back at the 20. Derek Brown. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down. And we won't have another snap. That is the end of our third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. All right, we're back, Brock, and it is second down as we kick off our final quarter. Working now from the gun. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Guys, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. If they don't close quickly, he could take it to the house.
Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
That's so good, Kate. That is just such good quarterbacking 101 right there. He escapes the pocket. He keeps his eyes down the field, and because of it, well, he found an explosive.
On first down, here's Penix. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up second down.
Okay, I would characterize this one as a clunker. I mean, just in every way, and especially here in the second half. This defense has just dominated this poor offense.
Here's Penix on second down. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. Third down upcoming.
I can understand he's still trying to put something together here offensively, find some kind of confidence, because it's been rough, both on the scoreboard and the turnovers. Not the kind of offensive effort they were looking for.
They'll air it out on third. Throw left side, caught by Schultz. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play. It puts so much down into that defense and that defensive coordinator, too.
And this one's going to end up incomplete. Just too tough to hang on through that contact. It's going to make it second and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up second and goal.
Penix now. Looking end zone, but way too much on it. It goes through and incomplete. That's going to bring up third and goal.
They needed a lot more out of this offense in this one, Kate, to keep pace in this contest. Just wasn't there. Continuity wasn't there. Rhythm wasn't there. Confidence wasn't there. This is one they like to forget.
And it's incomplete on third and goal. So a bit stubborn there, Brock. They just kept throwing for it after pass fell incomplete. Now they've got 4th and goal.
Yeah, and you and I both know what's going to happen when these old linemen run off the sidelines, big fellas. They're not going to be too happy about not putting one run on the board.
No, sir. Desperation time here. And there it is. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London, the second score that he has brought in this season. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. We've got ourselves an 11-point game. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Panthers secure that kick. Well, it kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
To the house, touchdown, Carolina!
Ball carrier, touchdown, Carolina.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And the lead now up to 18 points.
31, Falcons 13. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Here's Penix. And he's going to go down here. Pressure gets him at the 23. Brown gets him again. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. And on him again, and it's the same results. They drop him again. Devin Lloyd leading the way. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down. Penix now to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. Oh no, they get him yet again. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Panthers take over as he records his 10th career INT.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he's got a chunk here, about 14 yards before the stop is made. 1st down coming up.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. You send him left out of the slot. First and 10, are on to Mixon. And he surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches. Maybe some fist pounds, too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Panthers moments away from a 2-0 start. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Mixon on the counter. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5. Right up next to that line to gain.
Those are just confidence builders. You know, as a play caller, you love being able to call a run play, see that line of scrimmage move, and gain some real positive yards.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. We'll go with a design keeper. And they fought their way through to stop him behind the line. It's going to be 4th now and less than a yard. Upping the pace here as the clock continues to run. 4th down, Young. Throw is caught by the back. He's going to score. Touchdown, Panthers. Joe Mixon. He is 2nd in this game, matching his total from last week. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. And they continue piling on this lead.
Falcons 13. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
On the tackle. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. Penix looking to pass. Look is there, but so is a defender. That hit forces the drop. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Penix trying to push deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. The deep pass comes up big. 4 yards.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Here's Penix to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. They can make the loss 1 point closer at least. And it's up and good, so one final tally in the final act of this ball game. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0.